Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. Some big news for you to start the week. Erling Haaland to Manchester City is a done deal. This is coming from David Ornstein and other top journalists. What does this mean for the world of football next season? What does it mean for Man City? We'll also be talking about Man City's boss Pep Guardiola and Liverpool's boss Jurgen Klopp. Both starting to lose their cool a little bit under the pressure. Both coming out with some comments that have received some criticism this weekend. We'll be talking about that as well. But first of all, our sponsor on the show today is Chanucci. I'll be telling you about them in a moment, but you may notice this fantastically beautiful English pendant I'm wearing around my neck. And I can tell you that Chanucci, who are sponsoring our show, is an urban jewellery brand inspired by the British creative, hip-hop, sport and fashion scene. As well as creating awesome fashion pieces, they also make these amazing pendants for some of the biggest football clubs and national teams in the world. They do them for Juventus, Arsenal, Chelsea, Liverpool. Chanucci wants everyone to wear their pieces with confidence, so you can be sure that every time you buy from them, you are going to make a statement that people are going to notice. All of their pieces are premium quality, made using 18 karat gold with the highest available stones. You can see some of the winners that are wearing the Chanucci products at the moment, with people like James Maddison, KSI, Avellino, and all sporting these Chanucci products. Chanucci have an amazing offer on at the moment, so if you buy one football pendant, you get another one totally for free. So if you want to stand out this summer, then scan the QR code or hit the link in the description and pick yourself up an awesome football pendant like mine, or one of the many other products they have on their site again today. And of course, a big massive shout out to Chanucci for sponsoring the show. There's the QR code. Hold up your phone. As I said, they've got other clubs as well as the England one. Check it out. And as I said, you don't just get, for the price of one, you get another one free as well. Really good quality products. Check them out through the link in the description or by scanning the QR code. Okay, let's get into the show. Erling Haaland to Manchester City, done deal. This is the second time this has happened. I don't know what people think about this, but it's the second time this has happened, where about a month before it was done, I spoke about this with Grealish a month before it happened. I don't know whether it's the way of Man City do it now. Maybe they're trying to be a little bit more, hypey around their transfers. I don't know. But it's been known for a while that Haaland was going to join Man City. But David Ornstein this morning, really good journalist, saying that it's a done deal. Man City will pay the release clause, and Erling Haaland has decided to come to Man City. This is a big signing. I mean, Man City probably are going to win the league, but they aren't going to win the Champions League again. In fact, Pep's not won the Champions League under Manchester City. Does Erling Haaland make Manchester City a side that are going to win the Champions League? Because they're going to win the league. They can win the league. They've shown that. They can win the Carabao Cup. They can win the FA Cup, but they can't win the Champions League. Does it mean that Man City, all bets are off? They're the favourites for next season? Well, I'd probably put Man City as favourites next season anyway. I put them as favourites this season. I put them as favourites the season before that. Pep Guardiola is a fantastic manager. Man City have got amazing resources and they've got an amazing squad. So I think they're always going to be favourites. Does it mean that they're going to dominate and win the quadruple? I don't think so. I don't. I think Liverpool are too good. I think there are other clubs across Europe and in the Premier League that are capable of getting back into that argument, like the Chelseas of this world. But obviously Erling Haaland, what I find fascinating about this is that Pep Guardiola, who, many people feel that modern football has changed and you don't need a traditional number 9 because of this false 9 thing, and yet Pep Guardiola has been desperate for a number 9 for over a year now. He wanted Harry Kane, he wanted Cristiano Ronaldo, and now he's going to get Erling Haaland. So this whole football evolution that you don't need a traditional number 9 basically came from Pep, and yet he's always wanted a number 9. So it's going to be interesting to see how Man City develop under Erling Haaland. At Dortmund, they are a very good possession side, attacking side, so I think if Ronaldo had gone there, he would have scored 40 goals this season. So I think Erling Haaland's going to score a lot of goals. The only thing I would say, I think you should always look at a signing and not overhype it, is that, he's got the potential to be one of the best strikers in the world. I don't think he is at the moment. I think Benzema, Ronaldo and Lewandowski have had better seasons. But going to a place like that with the talent he's got the potential to become one of the best strikers in the world. He does have a bit of an injury record, but that he's young, so I think that can be ironed out and put down to the fact that he's developing and he's growing. But look, it's a fantastic signing. It's going to be a very expensive signing. £75 million release clause isn't expensive, but the reason Mino Raiola put that release clause in the first place, and Dortmund even admitted they only got Haaland because of the release clause, a lot of other clubs interested didn't want it, is because it was always going to be a massive payday for Erling Haaland. Man City will pay £75 million to Dortmund. They'll pay more than double that to Haaland, his agents, his representatives and family members, because Erling Haaland on the open market is easily 150 million pound striker, and that money will be going out from Man City. It will just be going to different places. So always have your eyes open to that. There will be people out there saying Man City have got the bargain of the season, getting Erling Haaland for 75 million. There is a massive amount of money that's not going to be on the books there. Not illegally. We should have that. We should have access to the information, but there'll be a lot of money going on signing on fees and money to Harlan and money to his agents, etc. So I'd imagine that Man City whole package could be north of 200 million pounds when you add into the wages that he's going to earn. But Man City are starting to do those sort of deals now. They didn't used to. It was all about 50, 60 million pound signings, and now with Grealish and now with Haaland and maybe another midfielder, they are starting to flex those muscles, which maybe they were a little bit more subtle about in their first 10 years of existence. Look, he's a good signing. I don't think it's the end of the road for Liverpool or anybody else. I still think they can compete for them. Which brings us on to what I wanted to talk about. I mean, look, I heard Jurgen Klopp at the weekend saying that it's not for him the way Spurs played. That's not for him. He could never get his team to play like that. I don't have sympathy with Liverpool because I'm a Manchester United fan, but I do have sympathy with Jurgen Klopp in the sense that I said this yesterday, to win the treble, and I saw Manchester United win the treble, it was relentless. And I half expected Liverpool to win from 1-0 down against Spurs, because when you do something historic, there are moments of epic greatness. And I think back to Man United's treble, the FA Cup. Everyone talks about Ryan Giggs scoring an extra time and putting his shirt over his head, but Roy Keane got sent off in normal time. It was 1-1. There was a penalty for Bergkamp right at the end of the game. If he scores that, we're out. Schmeichel saves it, and then in extra time with 10 men, Giggs scores that great goal. But that penalty save was massive. We won the FA Cup. We could easily have not won the FA Cup. Final day of the season, that title was still up for grabs. We had to beat Spurs at home. We did. We won the title. But you think about all the other areas we could have slipped up on that run-in. The Champions League, we won it in stoppage time. We won a treble. We could easily have ended up with 1 trophy, 2 trophies, potentially no trophies. So I do sympathise with Klopp for a little bit, because I think that to win a treble, or a quadruple in their case, you've basically got to play well every 3 days from April to the end of May, because that's when the FA Cup, the Champions League and the league come to a head. The Carabao Cup, you can get it out of the way in February, and that's what they did. So for Liverpool to do that in the modern day, where it's it's a lot fitter, and maybe the quality. Some people say that the quality is better. I don't know about that. I just think it's very difficult to win a treble or a quadruple, and you can understand Klopp's frustration, because he knows that draw against Spurs at the weekend has basically handed the title to City. They don't look like they're going to collapse, even though they've lost the Champions League game. And look, I heard a Liverpool fan say it the other day. It's disgusting that we're only going to get 1 league title from that Liverpool team. And looking at it as a rival, it is. They're a very good side, and 1 Premier League title doesn't really do them justice. But they're up against a Man City side that's just relentless. So look, I understand Klopp's frustration. He basically said that Spurs parked the bus, which they did. But I would also say to Jurgen Klopp that what do you want Spurs to do? They can't come to Anfield and open up, because you beat them 3 or 4-0. David and Goliath, whatever you want to call it, you've got to play to your strengths, and Spurs' strength was to hit on the break and block everything and play deep lines, and they did, and it worked. And it's frustrating, and it must be really frustrating when you're playing so many games every 3 or 4 days trying to win everything. But ultimately, I think if Liverpool don't win the quadruple, which is looking unlikely now, it will be because it's very, very difficult. Very, very difficult to play every 3 or 4 games without massively rotating your squad. And if you do that, then you're not paying your best team every week, are you? So was it sour grapes from Klopp? I think it was just pure frustration. He's trying to do something that's historical, and basically he's coming up against teams that have had all week off, and they're sitting back and parking the bus at Anfield. So I understand that frustration. When you're a winner and you know that you feel that you deserve something more and you don't get it, then frustration comes out. He's in front of the cameras, so I haven't got a problem with that. And Pep Guardiola did it as well. I mean, they won at the weekend, and he was saying that Liverpool have got all the support and they haven't. Well, you know what, Pep? You're managing a club that 15 years ago wasn't even a big club. Man City have always had fans, but you weren't a big club, and Liverpool is a big club, and Man City have an identity crisis that you're just going to have to buy success for a few more years yet before you start to build that fan base, because that Man City fan base is going to come. More and more people will support Man City the more and more successful it is, but those fans will be younger fans, and they've got to grow older, and it's going to take time. It's going to take time for United to lose their fan base, because we've got a massive fan base, and it's probably going to take 10, 20 years for that fan base to drop off, because the younger generation won't support United, and the older generation will obviously get older and ultimately die and things like that. So I don't know what Pep's frustration is about fans. You can't literally buy fans. People support Chelsea, they support Arsenal, they support Man United. They're not just going to go, don't support them anymore, I'm going to support Man City. You will get fans like that worldwide. I mean, look, it's very different all around the world with fans, isn't it? Some people maybe do change their team every couple of years, I don't know. But the vast majority of fans, they pick a club and they stick with it through good and bad. And Man City are going to have to wait to build their fan base. You can buy £100 million players, but you can't buy 100 million fans just because you're winning everything. It's going to take time. And I think Pep just gets frustrated by that. Time and time again, he seems to get frustrated by the fan base of Man City. But I would be offended by that if I was a Man City fan, because you can't buy the fans. It's going to take time, and it's going to take lots of success to do that, and patience. So look, but people like Erling Haaland are definitely going to make a big difference in that sense, aren't they? It's a very good signing. For me, it's the signing of the summer, and it'd be interesting. Man City with Grealish, was it the signing of the summer? Ronaldo overshadowed that. I don't know that Erling Haaland will be the signing of the summer, but in many ways it is. He's one of the best young strikers in the world, going to one of the best sides in the world, and it is a big deal. But you just wonder whether that's the problem Man City seem to have. No, everyone just dismisses it and goes, well, it's Man City, they bought it. And that's something they're going to have to... I don't know how you overcome that, and maybe that's where Pep's frustration comes from. But look, it's a big deal, and having Erling Haaland in the Premier League enhances the Premier League. How good it will make Man City, I still think Liverpool are capable of pushing them. But Man City are going to be relentless, definitely. Anyway, look, thanks everyone for... I'm really loving that sign there. It's really nice, isn't it? Thanks everyone for watching. Make sure you smash a like on the video. Get your comments in below on everything we've discussed. And of course, if you want to get yourself one of these pendants, in fact, 2 of them, because you buy one, you get one free. Links in the chat, or scan the QR code next to me. Funnily enough, they do them for Liverpool. You can get Liverpool ones, Chelsea ones, Arsenal ones, Juventus ones, England ones. There's a few others as well. Check out the website. Really, really, really good quality. Really like it. Thanks to Janucci, and check it out in the video description. Speak to you all in a bit. Thank you very much for watching.